Let a couple of people get on here. This is a live video. It's uncut, so what it is exactly what you see in an upholstery shop. This is my upholstery shop. I've been doing this a very, very long time, and this is more of a how-to video, kind of teach you a little bit. I put some other videos on about this seat right here in between jobs, and then I put this seat right here back on. So I'm going to show you what it takes, what you got to do to get this far right here before you make the cover. So I'm going to show you some stuff with this seat, and you can tell. We're going to start off with, I'm going to kind of explain to you what this is. This is the bottom. If you look in the other video, you see where I sandblasted this seat right here. Hello, Sylvia. This is where I sandblasted this seat right here. I done it just like the backrest. I took and glued this piece right here on. All this, the foam, glued the padding on here just like the backrest. Sandblasted, painted the springs, and that's what you want to do to try to get a like it was whenever it was brand new. That's what you're looking for. Replace this spring right here. It was broke, and I fixed a bunch of things that was in here. And so what I'm going to show you is this piece right here. The reason I did not go ahead and seal this right here off was because I wanted to show you to get to this point right here. I explained in my other video, whenever you put the backrest on here, you need a certain amount. You need about that much, which is about 1 inch, because the foam, like this right here, this much goes in the cover. So you're going to need this much to fit on here, and that's going to raise it up. And then you're going to have it on the bottom too, the same way, see? And it's going to raise it up. So you're going to need a gap about that wide. Hey y'all, glad y'all could come in and watch this video. But I'm going to show you that you're going to need this much, and I know that's 1 inch because that's 1/2 inch foam. So we're going to we're making the cover. I've already sewed some of it to kind of speed it up, but I do have another piece over here I'm going to sew with y'all. So we've done the backrest, we've done the bottom, and this much right here to gain. See, this piece right here was 2 inches thick, or no, about 1.5 inches. So this piece, what I done was I took a knife like this right here, which ain't nothing but a turkey carver, and I just sliced it off. I did put a line across here to mark it, and then I just sliced it off at an angle, and you see, that's it. It's at an angle. So you have to take that much out of it for that cover to fit on here. So whenever you put the backrest, it won't tilt your seat forward. That's pretty important. So what I'm gonna do right now is that lifts up a little bit right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on there. I've already got my burlap, just a little strip right here. Some of the stuff that I do, you don't have to do it. I just go the extra mile sometimes on a lot of different things. A lot of people call that overkill. Why do you do the extra like that when it ain't gonna matter? But it kind of matters to me, you know, because I've just always done a higher quality job than sometimes it even comes, and sometimes what it even comes with. So this right here won't take but just a minute to dry. I'm kind of on kind of on a timeline. I got some other stuff to do. So while this is drying real quick, we're gonna come right on over here to the sewing machine, and I'm gonna explain this to you. I'm just gonna raise them legs right there. Okay, there's my sewing machine right there. It's just a console. It's a really, I've always liked it. It's a really good sewing machine, like an industrial sewing machine. Always gave me very little trouble. It's called a 206 RB. Alright, so here we are. I took these pieces right here, already drawn the lines on them where I wanted them, done sewed some of the backrest. So what I got to do is come right here, sew these up. You just sew them up. It's kind of simple. Just to sew them like this. When you get up from your sewing machine and you hadn't checked your bobbin, it might be a good idea to check that bobbin. And you can see it's pretty doggone low. But I do have another one right here. Let's see what's right here. You don't want to take no chance and run out halfway of sewing this. Like, just say you're sewing and you run out on your bobbin. You don't want to do that. I mean, when I first started, I never used a Sharpie. They didn't even make one back then. We used the ink pen. It probably helped me because I would sew and cover up the line. So we're going to sew this right here up real quick. This right here's got a window of time on it right over here. This glue, if you don't stick it, you may have to respray it. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and just stick it on. Without a doubt, I could have just glued the foam, but this right here, I noted it secured a whole lot more whenever I put that piece on there. Okay, so we got this right here done. It's basically ready for it's basically ready for the cover. And I'm gonna sew these. It's got about 6 more lines in it that I'm gonna sew up. see me hit this reverse right here like this, that is locking the stitch in. That way it don't come undone whenever you're it just won't come undone at the end. Alright, now these seats right here, I made them a little bit bigger than what they are. These I made a little bit bigger. That way I can trim it down. I do have the patterns to it. I'm gonna lay on top of it and just cut it out. I don't have to have them. I can just put them on the seat and cut them out. If that's what you like, you can do it that way. I'm gonna take and here's some welt cord that I sewed up because I wanted the black to match. And what I done was just sewed it together, made welt cord. And it goes on right here on the edge, just like this. If y'all got a sewing machine, you can kind of do that pretty easy. Most of the time, the new cars nowadays don't come with a. They don't have a welt cord in it. I'm going to show you this right here where I put it together, how I put it together. This is a piece of welt cord. I'm just going to cut this right here out. And if you look, you can see where I put them two pieces together. What I done was just trimmed it off on the edge and then pulled it tight and it sealed up the end. Hey Tony Z. So that right there, I don't know if you can see it, it might be blurry on y'all's end, but this right here seals that edge up pretty nicely. So what I'm gonna do is, this is the bottom, it's longer, the back it ain't gonna be as tall because I'm gonna put a piece on the top of it. I didn't want the seams to go all the way to the top of the seat. I tried to want to make it a little bit more like it might have came from the factory. It's not going to be like 100% like it came from the factory because back in the day they didn't put this pad. They didn't put this 1/2 inch scrim on there, but it makes the seat cover a whole lot nicer. Oh gosh. Drop my bobbin, y'all. But it was empty. So I got 2 empties right there. They do make bobbins, it's pre-wound. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I've got boxes of them. But sometimes them are a little bit smaller than this. And this right here is called them are G bobbins. The little bitty bobbins are called G bobbins, and these right here is called M bobbins, and they're bigger. You can just go a little bit further before you have to change. Alright. A lot of times I take it and sew that edge right there down. You don't have to. It's just a thing with me. because the original sometimes done like that. From the fact a lot of them are, and I just do it. It don't make it as bulky. I may have to cut some of this off anyway, because this isn't. It's just a custom seat cover. So, see, that just matches it down a little bit, makes it a little bit thinner, instead of it being wide like that. Y'all don't have to do it. It does take a little bit more time. See, I'm having to spend the time on it to do this. So I got to go pick our dog up from the vet, so I'm having to do this kind of fast. Alright, so here we go. I'm gonna start putting it together. I made this little winder that fits back here to where I can, these bobbins right here are a lot bigger than what I use, like this. But they're just a lot bigger. They don't fit this type of sewing machine. So what I do is just rewind them. I bought this thread right here, like really cheap. So what I do is just rewind it on my bobbin. It goes through a tensioner back here in the back. That's what I was doing, was just getting it through the tensioner. Okay. You can see that that's a little bit longer. All I got to do is come right here and cut it off like that. But I'm going to wait till I get it all done before I cut it. I could go ahead and sew it. Alright, now we got the other piece right here. Like I said, these pieces right here are I was going to put this on the bottom. So that's one cover right there. I will have to sew the boxing on it. This right here, it's going to be for the backrest. Like I said, the back is a little bit shorter. Any of you that sew, you know, this is the big part of you want all your lines straight, you want everything just right where it looks really, really good whenever the seat's done. See, I made it a little bit long. Whenever I'm making these covers like this, you can make it a little bit bigger whenever you're gonna trim it back down. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do, is trim it. This is kind of just basic right here, what I'm doing. Whenever you're making that, this is going to be on a 66 Chevrolet truck seat. We're fixing to go right over there to the other side. I'm just going to turn the camera around where I can show you what's the next step. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see. Just got that out of the way. A upholstery shop sometimes is a little bit got stuff all over the floor. Until you get done with the job, you know, I mean, you can stop and clean up every 30 minutes or whatever. But I'm always trying to get done with the job, so I don't stop every 30 minutes. This right here, that's the backrest. This is the bottom. That's the backrest. Here's the pattern to the box, and I made these right here a long time ago. I see I do have to sew some right here on the bottom, right here, to make that a little longer. I'm just going to mark around it with a piece of chalk. So that's all it is to it. Then I take it, put this piece right here back. It does have to have a tail on it a little bit longer, and I got that right here. This is the tail for it right here. I'm just going to sew it on there when I get back to the sewing machine. I see it It don't have to be that long, so I'm just gonna cut it off just a little bit. Just cutting it out right where I'm marking. So here's the cover right here. Then I'm gonna sew around this right here. I always usually close up the edge, lock stitches in. That's the tail. I'm gonna sew it on the back of the seat. I've already got this is the boxing. I've already sewed it together. That's the edge. It's already hemmed right here. It goes around the edge. So I'm gonna use this. Then that cover right there will be done. This cover right here is going to be a little bit longer. I'm making this for the backrest, so when it comes around here, across here for your back, I'm not going to sew that bead in there. I mean, you might could lean back on that. I don't know if you would, but I mean, you could lean back on that, and you might feel that bead. So what I'm going to do is, when I sew this other piece on there, I'm going to just lay it over, fold it over, and sew it back down. It's pretty simple. That's going to be my next thing, and then I'll come back and cut that right here back out. So it's going to be a little bit back and forth. I already got this piece right here done. That goes around the top on the face of the seat. So I turn the camera back around right there, and you can see when I'm going to try to explain that to you as I go. That thing is really, really trying to come out, y'all. Okay. All right, here we go. I went ahead and glued the pad on this. You can see right here that I had to put the foam together because the foam wasn't wide enough, and I didn't want to go all the way down the roll and kind of mess up the roll. So what I done was I glued that together, and on this side, when I went to glue it down, if you don't take a piece of chalk and chalk that line across your glue, you're going to be able to see the seam. But you see that it's smooth, so that's going to work out real nice. And one thing I'm going to do is turn it around and put the seam that's going to be closest to the edge. All right, so here we go. Sewing something, if you don't want to bump that other edge, you need to take and roll that right there back, get it out of the way, because if you hit something with the other side, it can kind of knock you off a little bit on the top side. Alright, I'm just going to take and cut that right there right off straight. Pretty straight. Anyway, here we go. I'm gonna lay this down like this, and I'm gonna lay this down, and I'm gonna flip this edge over. So I don't want too much of a seam right there, so I might Flatten that out just a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna lay this down now. As I flatten that out to where it would lay down, you know, a little bit better. Just made it easier on me is all it done. So I'm gonna come right here. I always make sure whenever you do that bottom edge down here that it rolls back to the side that you're sewing on. Then I take it over there to the other table and I'm gonna lay that pattern on top of it. That's an old pattern. I got it off of years ago. I took a seat cover off. It was like in really good shape. And what I done was I made a pattern with that hard board, and because it was such a good pattern on the seat, I knew that it would make a good cover for the rest of the seat. If I was building a custom seat cover or something like that, I might not use that pattern because it would be completely different. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go back around there and we're going to turn this around. I'm going to put the chalk on it, and we're going to take and cut this side right here out like we did the bottom. Alright, so what I'm going to do is lay this pattern down just like we did. This is the bottom right here. This is the backrest. You can already tell that looks kind of like a backrest because it's got that piece at the top that's smooth. If you look, okay. I made it a little bit big. I made this cover a little bit big. Might have made it a little bit too big. So what I could do is just throw a piece of listing on here at the bottom to hog ring it with. That might be what I'm going to do. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do right there. Is I'm gonna just sew some. I'm gonna measure it once I put the seat on, and I'm gonna put some listing on it, and do it like that. good to measure and try to get stuff lined up just right. Check and double check before you do some cutting. Alright, so now I'm just going to cut this out. So that's the backrest cover right here. Gonna turn it back around, go back to the other side, start sewing this boxing and stuff like that right there up. Move your back just a tad. I'm just going to sew around this right here and lock the stitches in where I cut them. So where I cut it, like right here or whatever, I'm just going to go around it. These seats from the factory, the 66 Chevrolet truck seat, it didn't come with a with a web cord like this right here. It didn't come with that bead on it. But I'm going to put it on there. That's almost to the end of the roll. I think it looks a little bit nicer with the bead on there, on the older trucks. Alright, so I'm going to go right around here, lock this thread right here in, right here where I cut it. Hello, Lisa. Hey, what we're going to do is go right around here. gonna close this end right here up. I may wind up having to cut this bottom part right here off because it might be a little bit too long. But I'm just gonna seal it up right now because I don't want the stitches to come out. Okay, this cover right here is almost made. Hey y'all. That off. Sorry about that. I will cut it down. Okay. Hey, if I don't put it on Do Not Disturb, for real, it will like this phone rings off the hook out here. So I might could possibly get some more calls in here. I just don't know. I'm sorry. I am sorry about that. Okay. This is the pieces right here that I cut. It's not going to take a whole lot to go over the edge of that backrest. It just ain't. But I did take and cut this piece right here. And these right here, I took a piece just like this right here, the same length, which is the width of the roll, and I cut it in two. So I got two pieces right here, which is the same. They're not rolled around the edge or nothing. That backrest is straight on that 66 Chevrolet. So it's kind of straight. So what I'm gonna do is take these pieces right here and like cut them to fit. I don't know if I'm gonna be at the concert tonight. I might. Hey, you never know. You know, you just never know. It looks like they got a lot of people over there anyway. So a lot of people might be at the concert tonight. So this is gonna go just like this right here. I know that that's the curve where it goes up under the seat. So I'm gonna go right here, just like this right here. Up the hill right here, and that right there. If I had a marker, I do have some scissors so I can put a little snip in it. So that's it right there. The way you find the center is you take and fold this back like this right here. Who is that? I know it started with a C, I couldn't see it all. But hey. Collie? Okay, this is the way you find the center. Probably wouldn't hurt if I find the center right here on the bottom. All right, here's my piece. All I'm doing is snipping, pulling it, finding the center. All you trimmers that's looking, if there's any trimmers that's going to see this video, you know what I'm talking about. Come right here, come right here. There's my split. So this right here lets me know that I need to take that much off. I'm going to take and fold this right here over and bind that edge. What's you going to... Some YouTube chats. Hey, I might be there. I might go. I know there's a lot of people there. I heard some more people supposed to come, so we'll see. Once we get to that point, we'll find out. I know Blue's over there. 3 or 4 more people's over there. I sew, but I make quilts. There ain't nothing wrong with making quilts. I got a sewing machine that'll do that. It does zigzag, it does a whole bunch of stuff. But with quilts, you don't have to have one quite this heavy right here. This right here might be a little bit too much for a quilt machine. But I do have one that will sew quilts. And I didn't cut that off, y'all, but I will. Whenever you sew this right here, you want to put a top stitch on here like this, and that's what that is, a top stitch. Boom, just like this. What that's for, it strengthens the seam, plus it makes it lay down just like that right there. So, they gonna play Spin the Bottle at the concert tonight. Y'all think they gonna do that? All right. What I'm gonna do is just sew a little piece of this right here, just around the edge right here. Okay. That's all I do is just sew a little piece on there. It just kind of trims it out a little bit so it ain't a loose edge. I'll do this one right here the same way. Cut some off. Don't want it too wide. Not that it's probably ever gonna be, ain't nobody gonna get down and try to look at that. Take the seat cover apart. So let me see what you did. Alright, this seat cover right here, I'm fitting to finish it, I'm fitting to make it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right here and sew me some a place where I put my wire. I'm just sewing back about an inch. That way when I put this on, it'll pull it a little bit tight. I wanted it a little bit tight because the anchor is so close to the edge of the bar at the top. I'm gonna try to sew this on without hitting the camera over there. Wait. Need to sew my listing around the edge. Remember we talked about that? It don't come with it. It does not come with it, but I wanted to put it on there just for looks. Go around that curve, you might want to take it and make you a little relief cuts like this right here. Okay, everybody, got sewed around the edge. Now it's time to sew the box around here. Back in the days, the early times, people never they never sewed like this. They just left it long, folded it over, boom, 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 put some hog rings in it. Never tried to be neat with it. Hey y'all, I know I just throwed some measurements together, but I am going to check it before I get all the way around there to that side. I want to make sure that my mark comes out comes out in the center without having to go back and undo it or whatever. I want to make sure. There it is. It looks like it's dead in the center, so we're gonna go with it. When you go around these curves like this, you always want to give it a little bit of push, a little bit of slack. That way it's not pulled. You don't want to pull it going around the curve. Always go ahead of yourself, check it, make sure where your mark is. There's my mark right here. In auto interior work like this, if you're this much off in the center, then by the time you get around to the other side, you're gonna be this much off. So you need to make sure of what you're doing. There's not a lot of room for error. You can get away with a whole lot more doing furniture or something like that. Not whenever you're not doing cars. You can't get away with as much. It ain't gonna be forgiven. It's gonna look really, really bad, and that's just the way it is. See that come out just right there on the end? It come out pretty good. So I could take this right here back and fold it down and put a top stitch on it. I don't think I need to. I think it'll look just fine the way it is. So one thing I am going to have to do is I'm going to have to test this cover right here and put this cover right here on and see where I'm at with it because of this tail right here that's sticking over. So I'm going to turn the camera back around. That's part of it, is testing things. Measure twice and cut once. You got that right. Especially whenever it's expensive. You know, upholstery stuff has kind of like went crazy. And I don't know exactly who I want to blame it on, but I know that it's went up a lot. Alright, so that's the backrest right here. You see I cut a groove right here. I cut that groove in there, and that was for the seam that's going across the back. I wanted it kind of indented a little bit right there. Just like that. Just like that. So that right there goes around. I'm going to go ahead and slide this over the top. Okay, so that's where that goes. We're going to come right around here fold this right here down. Let you kind of see where I'm at. All right, we're going to go right around here, fold this right here over like this. Here's the anchors up here near the bar. And what I'm going to do is take a piece of chalk. I'm going to pull it a little bit tight right here. There. So that lets me know. That lets me know where I'm at. Where I put that white mark right here. I'm going to take and cut that all the way off. This right here is 3 1/4. I'm going to come over here, 3 1/4, mark it. Come over here, 3 1/4. Like you said, check twice, cut once. I may make that a little bit, where I said 3 1/4, I might make it like 3, just to make it a little bit, that, give it a little bit more tightness on it. I want it a little bit tighter. And 1/4 of an inch, you might not think it, but 1/4 of an inch is a lot. Especially for what I'm talking about. So we're coming right here. I don't know if you know what listing is, but listing ain't nothing but a piece that's like folded over and sewed, and it's made to anchor seats with. So I'm gonna come right here, and I'm gonna sew a piece of listing on here. This is listing. Comes on a roll. Kind of all it is just fold it over, put some wire in here, and you anchor it to the seat. So I'm gonna come right here, sew this piece of listing on here. That's what I'm gonna anchor the seat down with. I didn't put none on the backrest because I just took the cover and turned the cover over where the cover would be the listing. This is a little bit long, so I'm going to take and cut just a little bit off of it, maybe a 1/2 inch, just because I didn't need that much. I could have went back up the cover but I didn't want to do that. Alright. So now I got my piece of listing. I'm just gonna take it, do it just like this right here, sew it on. So there we go. That's just what I needed. So it was just to be that long where I could take and just pull it tight. And I wanted to pull it tight. So already done got my wire made up. All I got to do is just run it through. I'm going to show you how it fits, how it goes on. Gonna move the camera, or should I say phone? Being as I do this with my phone. Oh, let's see. All right, y'all. This is the way. This is this right here tells the tale. It tells how good I am, or tells if it's gonna work. You know. So we got this right here. You can look at the backrest on it. I redone all that. Redone all the pad. So we're gonna come right here. Take this cover. All right, I'm just gonna roll it over the edge. That looks like that's gonna be pretty tight when I go to put it on. There's the boxing. That's gonna line it just right on the bottom. Come right here. That's some wire. I showed y'all how to make it straight on my other videos. Just take and put a drill in it, twist it. It'll straighten it right up when you pull it and make it a whole lot stronger. You can sure get your workout doing this right here. Seems like. Alright, so I'm just going to line this right here up. Hog rings. Y'all don't know what a hog ring is, that's what it is. So you take hog ring pliers, you do this right here. Take this. Make sure that everything's lined up before you start. Here we go. So it's pretty simple. You're just taking, take the hog rings, stick them in here like this. I'm gonna be doing those, that side right there in just a minute. Alright, so we're gonna take this. This is my other piece of wire. See how straight that is? Took it, put it in the drill, made it really, really, really straight, made it really strong. I'm gonna take it, turn this edge right here around like this to where it don't catch on nothing when I go through. I'm out the other side. So you can cut that off. I'm gonna take and turn it around like this. Pulled it, it's pretty tight, so that's really, really good. I usually try to pull it with the hog rings where I can put them in real quick. I ain't gonna lie, it's hot. Even in here, I got 2 air conditioners running, it's still hot. Maybe I need to check and see if my exhaust fan, if it's going out through that exhaust fan. And I'll turn this right here over and show you what this is gonna look like whenever we get, I guess, around to that point. Turn it sideways. I'm going to turn it around this way. I will snip that piece of wire off. We don't actually need it. Come around this way. '66 Chevrolet truck seat. I don't do near as many as I used to, I can assure you. Especially original. You know, people don't do the original stuff as much anymore. Alright, y'all, let's see what this part looks like. that's it. That's what it looks like. Got a little bit of chalk on it. It's really what I consider plain, kind of plain, you know. But it don't look bad. I mean, it's not a bad looking seat. It's I got a 63 out there. You know what they say about upholstery shop? People, your seat looks like a plumber, you know. His stuff is bad. And a mechanic's car don't run. An upholstery seat's bad. So I fixed thousands of everybody else's. What I'm gonna do is see about that bottom right here real quick. It's not gonna take long to do that. Alright, so this is the bottom. I'm gonna take and put this right here across the bottom. That's about 5 inches, and it goes right across here, just like that. But yeah, it's so different. Yeah, thank you. It is different. Hey, I've done a little bit of it all. I mean, even years and years and years ago, people was into things come in fads, like, you know, diamond tuck interior. That was a big thing at one time. Everybody come out here, hey man, I want mine diamond tuck. Can you do that? Yeah, I can do it. But diamond's not the same. Sewing at diamond ain't the same. So diamond tuck, that's where you take and put the buttons in everywhere. Just say you got a 3-inch diamond like this, and you go and you start pulling down buttons and stuff. So there you go. There's a big difference in diamond interior and diamond tuck. You'll work your butt off doing diamond tuck. So here we are. Move some of this junk out of the way. I'm gonna move the camera back over here like this. Maybe you can see a little bit better. So hopefully I got enough of that. I'll check it before I get that far. Remember I told you it's always good to check your bobbin to see if you're gonna run out or not. If you run out on something like this, that's no big deal. But if you're gonna run out on a top stitch to the seam, that's a big deal. So I'm just gonna use this thread right here up. Then I grab this bobbin here. I use it up. You know, hopefully this right here will kind of help somebody that's wanting to learn or try to figure out how to do this type work. Because I'm telling you, it's a dying trade. Nobody's learning. I've been looking for over 40 years for somebody that can do this work right here. And that person is just not available. first of the week, I'm gonna do some stuff that's kind of a specialty type thing. It's like Volkswagen door panels. I had somebody send me some Volkswagen door panels. He's been overly. I know my mama got sick and everything, but he's still been overly patient. So I'm gonna fix his door panels. I'm gonna show you how it's done. And if anybody's got a Volkswagen, they know. I got a field full of them down there. I know. I think I got enough to go around it. If I don't, I'll just add to it. So here I go. Got to go around that curve. These are relief cuts right here. I'll let that right there slip. Put some more relief cuts in there. I'm sorry again, y'all. So what she does is she calls on both phones. My other one sits in the ring. That's to let me know. Go get the dog. So I'll be ending this video really short. Had to send that message. Let her know I could get the dog. She's been really sick, and it's kind of like a pet, but family, you know. So we got to look after the ones that can't look after themselves. But I'm gonna sew this right here. Probably put the cover on, show you what the cover is, maybe come back, do a little short video on this right here, on putting the seat together, what it's gonna all look like. That video will probably have something like wrap it up on it or something like that. Maybe wrap, finishing up. Sorry about that. I didn't put do not disturb on there. I will next time. Alright, I'm going to sew around this right here. Place this on the seat real quick, show you what it's going to look like, and then we'll come back. I'll anchor it on. I'm going to go get my dog, y'all. Anyway, I'll finish this right here up. I'll leave it right here. I'll finish this right here up, and we'll come back and we'll do this again later on. Later on today, I'll finish this right here up, and we'll go from there. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Watching me build this seat cover, trying to teach some different people some different things, showing them what it takes to do it, and we'll come back. I'll finish this thing up, and maybe I'll do a part 2. So thank everybody for joining. I'll see y'all next time we'll work on this seat. Thanks.